Australians have nothing left after paying the bills each week. So just how can we dig ourselves out of debt, and can we afford the shovel?
Barbara Bradlington is a single mum who works part-time and can't afford childcare. She earns around $620 every week, and after rent, bills and food, has $50 left.
It is very difficult, especially if you need to come up with a large amount of money to cover, obviously, household items like a fridge or a washing machine.
Barbara is one of almost 5 million Aussies who have nothing left after they've paid their bills. A new study shows 70% of people who are struggling have to dip into their savings to pay for unexpected expenses. 2 in 5 resort to their credit card, and 1 in 6 pawn something.
People get caught out. You know, it's unexpected, a dental bill or a medical bill or, some electrical appliance that's really important breaks down, and they've just got nothing to support them.
And those who can see no other way too often turn to payday lenders, loan sharks who charge interest of up to 160%.
That's a real problem because it just keeps building. So they pay off that loan and then they get another loan sometimes and pay off another loan.
And with wages growing at their slowest pace since the 90s, it doesn't look like the pain's set to ease anytime soon. So if you're constantly worrying about money and a pay rise isn't on the cards, is there anything you can do to make paying the bills a little easier?
Financial advisor Scott Hayward's here to give us all the answers. You heard me, all of them. Scott, why are so many people struggling to get by?
Well, the ideal result, Ryan, would be everyone does live and spend within their means, but there's a few other factors that have happened in the last 6 to 12 months that have certainly hurt some households, and the main thing has been inflation's been tracking at about 3%, whereas wages growth has only been tracking about 2.5%, and basically that means that we're spending more than we're earning. Real inflation, when we go shopping and buy fruit and veg, or when we pay our utilities bills such as gas and electricity, that number could be closer to 8 or 10%. So a lot of people are feeling underwater with their wages compared to what they're actually spending.
Look, I'll be honest, is this about cost of living or cost of lifestyle?
Well, some people, in the younger generations in particular, are a lot more impulsive in buying things. If they want to go to Bali, they'll be on a plane next week. If they want to, get a new piece of technology, they'll buy it and they'll put it on credit or on lay-by. Whereas in the old days, people had to save to buy that new car. They had to save for that family holiday. And the sort of mentality around Australians has been having household savings into a mortgage, but not necessarily saving for some of those impulsive items that people might spend.
But is that the thing, Scott? Is the iPhone and things like that now considered a necessity? When people are saying once they've paid bills and paid their rent, they can't make ends meet, is that including paying for their iPhone and paying for their new car?
Well, it's not just the necessity of what people want to live, like such as gas and electricity and water and accommodation costs. People are spending too much on the usage of these technological items, and they're spending too much in interest on their car repayments and things like that. So people could look at things such as carpooling with mates at work. They could look at maybe making their own lunch, as boring as it is. They could go back to doing one of those old-fashioned budgets.
But, budgets are very difficult for people to get their head around and practically put them into place. Can you give us one take-home tonight? Thank you for carpooling, by the way, but one more. So people are watching this, they might be able to save $20 this week or $100 before Christmas.
Well, firstly, look at the memberships that you're not using, which might be club memberships or gym memberships, and maybe look at and even your Foxtel subscription. Maybe just look if you're still paying for all of that. Do I really need it? The second thing, we've got a $55 billion credit card problem in Australia, which is about $3,000 per adult. So maybe if you look at getting a personal loan or moving that credit card debt to maybe a no-interest card for a certain period of time and doing a budget to pay it off, that can save fortune. That's money for jam for the banks. They're making a fortune out of Australians' credit card debts.
Right, Scott, some great advice there. Thanks for your time.
Thanks, guys.
Okay, so